Texas weather discussion video for Wednesday, Halloween, the 31st of October. I'm Donovan Neal. Unfortunately, this October day, we deal with the chance of widespread showers and thunderstorms throughout the morning, afternoon, and evening hours, with the threat of severe weather for our southern counties out in South Texas. But the good news is we do have a very severe clear start to the month of November. So let's take a look at our upper air look across the continental United States this morning. You can see we have an upper level trough setting up in the Four Corners region. That'll add dynamic support for severe thunderstorms for our southern counties and parts of central Louisiana. Around the nation, very chilly out in the Rockies, where they're starting their day out in the 20s. They're starting the day out in the 20s, but down here in the deep south, we're starting our day out in the mid 60s, and with that cold front coming through, temperatures will go the wrong way throughout the afternoon and evening hours. But the good news is we won't be falling down to the 30s this time. On a watch warning map, we have flash flood watches in effect for basically areas along the Mississippi River Valley and parts of central Ohio. And go off to the west, we have winter weather advisories and warnings for parts of Denver, Colorado, through parts of New Mexico. And on the convective outlook, how about an enhanced risk of severe weather for parts of southeastern Texas into much of central Louisiana into extreme western Mississippi, and that enhanced risk includes Houston, Katy, Texas, Lufkin, and areas to the east near DeRidder, basically near Baton Rouge, and areas to the west of New Orleans. Surrounding that, we have a standard slight risk of severe storms, which basically includes San Antonio, Waco, Longview, the south of San Angelo, Waco, almost includes Cleburne and parts of Victoria and Galveston, and of course we have a marginal risk surrounding that. I don't think the severe weather risk for DFW is necessarily strong at this point. We'll talk about that here in a little while. But let's take a look at our tornado probabilities. You can see the 10%, it goes up to a 10% chance of seeing a tornado within 25 miles of any given point within that 10% designation area. And you can see the black hatched lines out in central Louisiana through western Mississippi. That includes a chance of seeing significant tornadoes within 25 miles within that area. So a couple of significant tornadoes or two will be possible. Will be possible. So we're gonna have to watch out for that. And this is the wind. These are the wind probabilities. You can see that they have a 30% chance of seeing winds of 75 miles an hour or greater within 25 miles within any given point within that red zone. And of course, that means the highest severe weather threat will be located in central Mississippi and southeastern Texas. And not much of a severe weather threat here in North Texas region. This is the average rainfall for the next 7 days, valid through Wednesday morning of next week. Heavier totals again remains basically on the Mississippi Valley at this point, near the Mississippi River Valley at this point, and amounts around 2 inches or more for parts of North Texas. And again, that's mostly anything that we see today with the storm system coming through. And on the tropics, we have the only thing that we have to worry about is Hurricane Oscar, which is now a Category 1 hurricane. Top wind 75, weakened drastically. It's expected to become post-tropical by early Thursday morning, and then it'll go out into the northern Atlantic, where tropical cyclones go to die. So let's go on to the model output. This is the O6Z around the GFS valid this afternoon at 1 o'clock. You can see we have troughing out in the Four Corners region. Down here, that looks like that's of course a very wet look for us. But this is the estimated. This is the composite reflectivity coming off of the high resolution NAM at 4 o'clock this afternoon. You can see we have numerous showers and thunderstorms in our area, with of course the main solid batch of rain off in West Texas, and by 5 or 6 o'clock, and that range continues to still move on, and that will pretty much affect how Halloween goes if this were to verify. But you can see the highest chance of severe storms and severe weather is off to our east Texas and southeast Texas now. And these are the estimated CAPE values. Take a look at the estimated surface-based CAPE values. You can see that in southern Texas, amounts go up to around 3,500 joules per kilogram, and in in Louisiana, those same amounts go up to 2,500 joules per kilogram. But you can see in North Texas, we have pretty much no severe weather threat in our area because we have no instability to tap onto. But the storm relative helicity values, the higher amounts are actually located near the Red River, near the Texas-Oklahoma border, and of course we won't see any severe storms from that because the instability values aren't there. And then this is the STP, the significant tornado parameter. This is a composite index, and you can see it peaks out near a 3 to 4 out in South Texas. So again, the greatest severe weather threat seen for this afternoon and evening looks to be in southern Texas. If you're in DFW, the only threat you'll have to deal with is the threat for heavy rain and thunderstorms and lightning at times. And here's Thursday, 1st of November, that upper high in West Texas we clear very quickly. We'll still mention a few mixes of sun and clouds. Highs will be in the low 60s on Thursday. And here's Friday. Here's Saturday as the weekend begins. Saturday looks to be mostly sunny and dry. Highs mostly in the upper 60s. And same thing on Sunday. And here's Monday of next week, mostly sunny, with a few clouds. Highs mostly in the mid 70s. I'm sorry. And here's Tuesday. Here's Tuesday of the 6th of November. You can see it was still very, very dry. Highs mostly in the mid 60s this time. We begin to cool down drastically. And here's a week from today, Wednesday, the 7th of November, the very deep trough in the Great Lakes, and down here, it looks like a very potent storm system out in the northeastern states that we'll have to worry about with time. But down here in Texas, we stay mostly sunny, dry, highs mostly in the mid 60s. And here's the end of the 10-day forecast period. This is Friday, the 9th of November. You can see we have a little bit of troughing just to the west, and down here, that looks like we could see a few showers here and there. But you can see for the numbers for the next 15 days, coming off the GFS ensemble, highs, general consensus, highs mostly stay in the mid to upper 60s to maybe even the low 70s for the first 10 days of November, and then we fall into the mid to upper 50s as we start to get deeper into November and we get closer to meteorological winter out in the 1st of December. That's it for the Texas weather discussion video for today on our notes in the blog. Next video here is expected to be posted at around 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. If you can't catch the local TV stations on the air this afternoon at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and Godspeed.